Hello everyone. Today we will solve the problem maximum nesting depth of the parenthesis. So if we read this problem, it seems very complicated because it isn't in a complicated language. Let me simplify all this. First of all, what is VPS or valid parenthesis string? For a VPS, let us say we have a couple of characters and we have some brackets in this string. So for a valid parenthesis string, every opening bracket will have a corresponding closing bracket, and every closing bracket will have a corresponding opening bracket before it. For an opening bracket, we will have a corresponding closing bracket after it, and for a closing bracket, we will have an opening bracket before it. That is like a high level definition of valid parenthesis string. Let us take a couple of more examples. Anything enclosing these type of brackets will be valid parenthesis string, but if we have like this is not a valid parenthesis string because for this closing character we do not have a corresponding opening bracket. So I hope it is understood what is VPS, and we have to return the nesting depth of S. Now what does nesting depth means? Basically, nesting depth is the maximum pairs of brackets surrounding any character or surrounding any null character. What does this mean? For example, if we just have this string. Now, what are the maximum number of brackets surrounding any character or null character? Here we can see 1, 2, and 3 pairs surrounding it. Here 1 pair. Here 1 and 2 pairs. So what is the uh, maximum number of brackets of pairs of brackets which enclose anything? These are 3. So here our answer will be 3. Let me explain further with another example. Let us say we have a plus b plus c. So in this string we have our a is enclosed by only one bracket, one pair of brackets, because these pairs do not enclose any a. After that, for this b, this pair and this pair encloses it, so two pairs. And for this c we can see one pair, two pair, and three pair. What are the maximum is 3, so we will return 3 here. Now how do we count the nested depth or the maximum pair of brackets? Let us see this example. What if I say I only need to consider the opening bracket? Why? Because automatically it will have a closing bracket. It is given that we are given a valid parenthesis string. So for valid parenthesis, the number of opening and closing brackets will be same, and every opening bracket will be closed by a closing bracket. So if I just count the opening bracket, like till this we have one opening bracket, and as soon as a closing bracket is there, I decrease the count, because now I from here onwards I won't have anything enclosed in this opening bracket, because this opening bracket has been closed by this. So I will just count, maintain a count, and I will also maintain a max variable which will store the maximum value of count variable at any instance. So let me write the pseudocode first, then I will explain further. So in the function, our function name is max depth, and we are given a string s. So what do I need? I need a max variable which will be storing 0 initially. I need a count variable also initialize to 0. Then I will traverse the string for I from 0 to s dot length -1. I will store the current character in ch s dot caret I. Now, if my ch is an opening bracket, then I will do count plus plus. Remember here we did count plus plus as soon as we encountered an opening bracket. After that, else if my current character is a closing parenthesis, then I will do count minus minus. I do not need to check if there was a opening parenthesis before that, because it is given to me that I am provided with a valid parenthesis string. And at every step, I would need to update the max variable with the maximum value of count at any instance. So it is very simple code, and at the end I have to return max, because that will be my answer, the maximum pair of brackets which are enclosing any character or null character. So this is a simple pseudocode. Let us try run it once again. After that I will code in the editor. So uh, let us start from here. First of all, we have an opening bracket, so I will do count plus plus. My count will become 1 and max will also become 1, as I am updating max after at every index. So after that I can just ignore it. I have not done anything if my character is not either opening brace or a closing brace or bracket, and I will also ignore this. Then I again have a opening bracket, so I will do count equal to 2 or count plus plus. My max will be updated to 2 at this instance. I will ignore this, and there is a closing parenthesis here. So I will update count or decrement it, and my max will still be 2, because this one is not greater than 2. So I will not update my max. I will ignore this. After that, again an opening parenthesis. So my count will become 2, max will still be the same. After that, another opening bracket, my count will be incremented to 3, and my max will also be updated. After that, I can just ignore it. After that, there is a closing parenthesis. So decrement, ignore, ignore, closing parenthesis, decrement, closing parenthesis, decrement, ignore and ignore. So my maximum value of count at any stage was 3. That is it. I will now code this approach in the editor. So let us code it. First of all, I will initialize max to 0, and I will also initialize count to 0. After that, I need to traverse my string. I will just use a for loop for the same purpose, for loop, and then I will store my current character in ch. After that, I need to check if my current character is an opening bracket, or if it is a closing bracket. If it is an opening bracket, then we need to do count plus plus, else we need to do count minus minus, and we have to update the max variable at every index. We have to update it to the maximum value of count ever, and at the last I have to return max. uh, I think it is correct, yes, and as you can see it is submitting as well. So let me explain it once more. If I ever encounter a opening bracket, I will increment the count. If I ever encounter a closing bracket, I will decrement the count because this will mark the start of a pair of brackets and this will mark the end of that same pair, and we have to maintain the maximum value of count at any instance in this variable because this is what we have to return. So try run it on one or two more examples by yourself and you will understand it in more depth. I will put the code in the description. Thank you.